Hello students. So now once again for 12th class Vistas Evans Trizen O level, and this time today we are going to have our 7th video. Important chapter, long chapter but interesting chapter. Okay, so let's start with 7th video, page number 83. Now what we read in 6th video, in the previous video, that S. McCleary was keen to help these officers to search for Evans, and that's why they had to take this injured McCleary towards Elsfield Way in the police van with Detective Carter. Now we are starting second last para, page number 83. Elsfield Way, McCleary had said, and there it was, staring up at the governor from the last few lines of the German text. From Elsfield Way, drive to the Hindington roundabout. Now, this injured McCleary is gone, and governor is still having that question paper in his hand. And he's again and again he's trying to read and translate. Okay, so once again he's reading, and now only he got these words, Elsfield Way. So what was written? From Elsfield Way, drive to the Hindington roundabout. It was written in that plan. Okay, where? Yes, of course, the examinations board was in Elsfield Way, and suddenly this struck that yes, Elsfield Way, because examination board is on that road only. Because it was obvious that this plan, if it has come with the question paper, it means somebody from the examination department was helping Evans. And that's why maybe in this plan it is written that from here come to the Elsfield Way. So this he was now trying to understand. And someone from the board must have been involved in the escape plan from the very beginning. The question paper itself, the correction slip. Now only he understood that maybe that correction was also not a correction actually. It was fake. It was maybe some kind of signal or something. The governor turned to Jackson and Stephens. I don't need to tell you what has happened. And now only governor, after reading 2-3 times and getting certain translations, now he turned towards these two officers. Because these two officers, they were on duty. But even then, this Evans had escaped. And that's why he turned towards them and he said, I don't think I should tell you what has happened. His voice sounded almost calm in its scathing contempt. Contempt means kind of hatred. Actually, he was having that much anger, but he was not shouting. Okay, he was trying to control his anger, but still anger and contempt was visible for these two officers. And which one of you two Maroons was it who took Evans for a nice little walk to the main gates and waved him bye-bye? Maroons means stupid, idiot, foolish. And he said, who was? Yes, someone, maybe one of you had gone to the main gate also to say goodbye to Evans. Who was? It was me, sir, stammered Stephens. No, because Stephen was given this order, that's why he said, sir. It was me only. Just like you told me, sir, I could have sworn. He said, sir, it was me. Because you only instructed me to accompany S. McCleary to the main gate. What? Just like I told you? You say? What the hell? He said, what? What are you saying? I told you? When did I tell? I never told you to accompany this man. What are you saying? When you rang, sir, and told me. Stephen said, sir, you only rang and you only told me to accompany McCleary. When was that? The governor's voice was whiplash now. Governor was not able to understand what this officer was saying. He had never called this junior officer. Even then, junior officer had received a call, and this call was there to instruct him to accompany this S. McCleary. You know, sir, about 20 past 11, just before. Now this junior officer is still trying to give the details of this call. You blithering idiot, man! It was not me who rang you. And then when governor understood that he had got a call, then he said, oh my God, you did not understand. It was not me. It was maybe somebody else. And you could not realize this. Don't you realize? But what was the use? He had used the telephone at that time. But he said, now, what should I say? Because telephone is used. And that's why maybe you were befooled. But only to try unsuccessfully once more to get through to the examination board. He shook his head in growing despair and turned on the senior prison officer. And then after this, he turned towards the senior officer. Now he could not say anything to junior officer. What was the use? The man had already escaped. Man had already used. Means somebody, it means from the examination department only, had called, and he thought that this was governor only. And now he turned towards senior officer. He said, "As for you, Jackson, how long have you been pretending you have got a brain?" Oh, now he started shouting at the senior officer. He said, "You have always, I think, been pretending that you have got brain. But I don't think that you have got brain. You have just been pretending only." "Well, I will tell you something, Jackson. Your skull is empty. Absolutely empty." Actually, he is very angry with this senior officer also. He says, "I must say that you know nothing." He said, "I must say that you do not know anything. You know nothing. Your skull is empty because you are also befooled." It was Jackson who had, and why he started shouting at Jackson? Because it was Jackson who had spent 2 hours in Evan's cell the previous evening, and it was Jackson who had confidently reported that there was nothing hidden away there, nothing at all. Actually, this governor was always having doubt on Evans, and that's why he had already instructed this senior officer that nothing should be left in this prison cell, okay, at the time of examination. And that's why previous evening only he had ordered him to remove each and everything from the cell. And then maybe after 2 hours he had gone and reported to the governor that, "Sir, everything is removed." Even then, so many things were there. Though senior officer, according to him, everything was removed. And yet Evans had somehow managed to conceal not only a false beard, a pair of spectacles, a dog collar, and all the rest of his clerical paraphernalia, but also some sort of weapon with which he had given McCleary such a terrible blow across the head. Oh. Now, what actually was the scene? Though previous evening everything was removed and it was reported to the governor by the senior officer that he has removed everything, but still these things were there, because the person who had gone out, he was also wearing the beard and the clerical collar and the long coat, okay, everything. And the person who was inside, injured, S. McCreary, he was also having the beard. It means there was a false beard, false dress, everything was there. That's why Evans could wear it, and he could pretend that he's S. McCleary, and he managed to go away from or escape from this prison house. So it means everything was concealed. And not only these things, even there was some weapon also with which he had injured McCleary. Because otherwise the senior officer and junior officer, they had maintained it, and they made sure that nothing should be left. Even the nail filer was removed from the cell, and after the shaving, even shaving kit was removed. Even from the McCleary also, from this invigilator also, they had taken that paper knife also. Everything they had removed, but still all these things were somewhere in the cell, and that's why now governor was angry. A prison van backed alongside, but the governor made no immediate move. At that time only a prison van came, but governor did not show any, we can say, any hurry. Why? Because actually he himself had called this van. But the governor made no immediate move. He looked down again at the last line of the German. He was still having that, we can say, the question paper in his hand, and still he was reading, rereading, and retranslating. And still he was reading. Once again he read. And what was written? "To the Huntington roundabout." He was still thinking. From Elsfield Way to Huntington roundabout. Now what is this plan saying? That from Elsfield Way, now where he is about to go? Huntington roundabout, where you go straight over and make your way to New Graven. So this was written that from this particular, we can say, spot, okay, Elsfield Way, you are to go to Huntington roundabout. It's okay. But then from there, they are supposed to, means this, he could not understand this word. Okay, German language, he could not understand. Maybe it was written New Graben. New Graben, where on earth? New something, new grave. Never heard of it. There was a war grave somewhere near Reading, but no, it was probably a code word. Or then it hit him. Newbury, God, yes, Newbury was a pretty big sort of place. And now he was trying to understand this word, this place. That is it, this word is wrong, or maybe deliberately this word is written because it is some kind of clue only. What could this place be? And then suddenly it struck that yes, there is Newbury. Maybe this word is Newbury. Okay, Newbury is a very crowded place. It means from Huntington roundabout, it means he's instructed to go to Newbury. He rapped out his orders to the driver. St. Aldate's police station and step on it. Take Jackson and Stephens here. And when you get there, ask for Bell, Chief Inspector Bell. Got that? Now underline this name also, Chief Inspector Bell. Now what he said, he told these two officers, he said, okay, now you two go to Inspector Bell, okay, and I will call him from here and I will instruct him and he will be there to help you. So where they are supposed to go? St. Aldate's police station. Okay, he said go over there. Take Jackson and Stephens here. Okay, because whosoever came in the van, so he told that take these two officers also. Okay, and go and meet Inspector Bell over there. Chief Inspector Bell. He leaped the stairs to his office 3 at a time, got Bell on the phone immediately and put the facts before him. And now when they all were gone, from his own room, from his own office, he called Bell and he told Inspector Bell that I am sending my officers and this is what has happened over here and you help them in all possible way. We will get him, sir, said Bell. We will get him with a bit of luck. And Bell said, sir, don't worry. Okay, let your officers come and we will certainly arrest your culprit. The governor sat back. Now, the governor sat back and lit a cigarette. Now these officers are gone and governor is all alone in his office. And now he's sitting and thinking about Evans. You gods, what a beautifully laid plan it had all been. What a clever fellow Evans was. Now he was thinking that Evans is really a very clever person. But even then, all these clever culprits, they make sometime one or the other mistakes. And here, Evan had also done this mistake. And what was the mistake? Careless leaving that question paper behind. That Evans thought that after reading the plan, he doesn't need this question paper. And this is the mistake he has committed. Because he left behind this question paper and now from this question paper, I can read German, I can translate. And now he will be very, very soon arrested again. Careless leaving that question paper behind. But then they all made their mistakes somewhere along the line. Well, almost all of them. And that's why very, very shortly Mr. Clever Evans would be back inside doing his once more. Now this is he's hoping that very soon again Evans would be arrested. The phone on his desk erupted in a strident burst and Superintendent Carter informed him that McLeary had spotted Evans driving off along Elsfield Way. And now this Carter, he telephoned this governor and he said, yes, we were able to spot his car, okay, in which Evans was, okay, along the Elsfield Way. They had got the number of the car all right and had given chase immediately, but had lost him at the Huntington roundabout. He must have doubled back into the city. Now he reported the details. He said, sir, we were able to, give him a good chase because we could spot that car. Okay, the number he knew, this injured McLeary knew. Okay, and we were able to give him a chase, but maybe at the roundabout, Huntington roundabout, there he was lost. And we think that maybe he befooled us and he might have turned back into the city. No, said the governor quietly. No, he is on his way to Newbury. But governor said, no, he hasn't turned back to the city. I know where he has gone. From there, now he has gone to Newbury. He explained his reasons for believing so. And then he told whatever he had read in the question paper and why he is taking this name Newbury. He said, now I know that he has gone to Newbury and left it to that. And he said, no, don't worry. Your job is over. It was a police job now, not his. He was just another good for gullible governor. That was all. And he said, now your job is over. Okay, because now I have already told Inspector Bell. They will be there now giving him a chase. Okay, in Newbury. Okay, and now he was thinking, whatever has happened, the only thing is that this governor would be taken as good for giggle. means people would be, laughing at him when people, would get to know that yes, this is how, again, he's strict. Okay, gullible governor means who is easily be fooled, who could be easily be fooled by Evans. Whatever. The only thing is now he's thinking, don't worry, very soon he will be arrested. Then he said, by the way, Carter, I hope you managed to get McCleary to the hospital, alright? But he said, okay, then I think now you have taken him to hospital. Okay, you have got him admitted in the hospital because he was badly injured. Yes, he's in the Redcliffe now. Underline this name. This is the name of the hospital. He said, yes, sir. He is in Redcliffe. Really groggy. Groggy means very weak. He said, yes, because of too much bleeding, he was really grown very weak. So now he is in Redcliffe. He was when we got to the examination offices and they rang for the ambulance from there. And now they told one more thing, that actually when we reached near examination offices, there only this man, this S. McCleary, told that we should now, we should not waste their energy and time with him. He said that you just leave me here only and you just make a call to the ambulance. Tell the ambulance to come over here. They will take me to the hospital. But now from here, you please continue chasing Evans. And that's why he said that we have left him, okay, over there only. And now by this time he might have, this ambulance might have come and taken him to the hospital. And the hospital is Redcliffe. I think we should stop here only for this 7th video. Again, I would say read all the chapter, the whole chapter in one go. Try to get some time and watch all the videos together. Thank you.